Good evening, everybody. Live from the mill on the campus of Noblesville High School. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Boys Sectional Basketball on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 25 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors: Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, Indiana Restoration, the Hamilton County Calendars, the Noblesville Chamber of Commerce, and Bill Clifford for Sheriff. Well, it's the end of February, coming into the beginning of March, and what's that mean? It means it's boys sectional time. The regular season is done. Both of these teams have completed their regular season, and we've got two teams that come in here tonight for the first game, the Anderson Indians and the Noblesville Millers, who are fairly well matched. The Millers initially were listed as 10 and 13, but due to a rules infraction, an IHSA rules infraction, they had to give up one game. So officially now they are 9 and 14. The Anderson Indians come in here at 10 and 13. Both played conference schedules, pretty decent conference schedules. The Millers play in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference. They are 2 and 4 in the conference, tied in a three-way tie for fourth place in the HCC. The Indians play in the North Central Conference. They were in a three-way tie for fifth. They were 4 and 5 in the conference.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise?
At this time, we're going to turn it over to the public address announcer to the national anthem.
The United States of America, as we pay tribute to those who fight for our freedom and to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Singing our anthem tonight, Noblesville High School junior Ella McCool. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad streams and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We will continue with the public address announcer here for the introduction of the teams and the starting lineups for both the Millers and the Anderson Indians.
Sportsmanship, we ask them all to act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at IHSAA events. Let's support the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans with respect they deserve. Your cooperation is appreciated. Please enjoy the game. Tonight's contest is copyrighted event by the Indiana High School Athletic Association. No broadcast in any form are permitted without the express written consent of the IHSAA. Anyone caught broadcasting without permission could face prosecution. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Noblesville High School for Game 1 of the 2017-2018 Boys Basketball Sectional. As we meet our teams tonight, the Indians of Anderson High School as they take on the Noblesville Millers. And now let's meet the Indians of Anderson High School. Number 32, Jordan Harris. 34, James Blake Brooks. Number 2, Curtis Lewis. Number 22, Giannis Woods. Number 14, Gavin Vaughn. Number 10, Joseph Jones. And now, here's the starting lineup for the Indians at forward. number 5, Martavius Beverly. At forward, a 6'4" senior, number 24, Jamel Boy. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 40, Brandon Harrelson. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 20, Tajay Rayford. And at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 4, Ethan Russell. The head coach of the Indians is Mike Elliott. And now, this meet their competition. Here are the Millers of Noblesville High School. Number 50, Keegan Smith. Number 44, Derek Michaels. Number 12, Aiden Tillman. Number 42, Evan Wilson. Number 45, Alex Hancock. Number 32, Alex Hunt. Number 30, Ian Gibbons. Number 22, Jordan Gaddis. Number 10, Jordan Smith. And now, the starting lineup for the Millers. At forward, a 6'5" senior, number 40, Ryan Barnes. At forward, a 6'3" junior, number 20, Ethan Keeler Hill. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 24, Xavier Hines. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 23, Jack Johnson. And at guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 5, Brandon Fisher. The head coach of the Millers is Brian McCauley.
Well, there you have the players, the starters, and the whole 10 yards here. We're just a couple moments away from the beginning of this game. My name is Brad Silbert. To my left tonight is Craig Atkins. Craig will be doing the call of the game. And Craig, we should have a pretty good game in this first one tonight. This couple of evenly matched teams.
Yeah, two very evenly matched teams. Obviously, both identical records at 10-13. And second game, Westfield 10-12 matched up. But Westfield did play good against Carmel in their matchup this season. Noblesville beat Anderson earlier this season. I don't have the score right in front of me, but it's tip control by the Millers. They're wearing black tonight with that gold trim and the white numerals. Looks like there is a switch in the starting lineup, Brad. It is Ryan Barnes in place of Jordan Schmidt. I see out there on the floor. Or check that, I'm sorry, Brendan Fisher in place of Schmidt.
My mistake there, sorry about that.
40 seconds into it. Anderson with it, right side. Pass deflected and into the hands, the pass from Martavius Beverly, into the hands of Brendan Fisher. Zach Johnson drives, shot off the glass and no good. He will go to the line to shoot a pair. We're just a minute, almost a minute into this ball game.
That one's going to go against Martavius Beverly. That's going to be his first foul of the game so far. Johnson almost hit that layup, but just didn't quite get the roll.
He's probably one of, I thought it before he shot it, but he's one of the better free throw shooters.
95%.
Yeah, 95%. You don't usually see that out of high school kids.
I was surprised to see him miss that.
That's why I almost didn't say anything, but Johnson hits the second and it's a 1-0 Noblesville lead, 7:04 into this ball game. Here in the Class 4A Sectional 8 tournament here at Noblesville. Noblesville sticking with that 2-3 zone that's worked so well against, especially with teams of length like Anderson has. Now they'll shift it in the corner. That's Beverly. Takes an extra step and that will go back the other way.
2 turnovers early in the game so far for the Indians. A rather light crowd here for this game tonight. I'm surprised there aren't more people here.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how Anderson would travel, but pretty decent crowd for Noblesville, this being obviously their home floor. Xavier Hines now to Barnes, inside about 12 feet, puts one up and bounces it around, and through the net it goes, and the first bucket goes to Ryan Barnes. 3-0 Noblesville. Driving through the lane is number 40, Brandon Harrelson, and he draws a foul.
I think that's going to go on Xavier Hines, is what it looks like. We'll get the official call here in just a moment.
So that'll send Brandon Harrelson to the free throw line. He averages 9 points a game. He'll shoot a pair. We're just a little over a minute and a half into this first ball game here in sectional 8.
Harrelson, a 71% free throw shooter, averaging 9 points per game. Gets them both.
Second. Yep, 3-2 is our score. Steal there by number 4, Ethan Russell, up off the glass and got it to roll. Brendan Fisher tried to draw the foul, but couldn't happen. And it's 4-3 Anderson. That was Ethan Russell with that bucket, and the ball deflected and maybe touched last by the Indians. Staying with the Millers on their end of the floor. You see the Egan Kiever Hill kind of own that. That was a bad pass, but they luckily got the Indians to touch that last, and they'll retain possession. Underneath the bucket, Fisher inbounds. Johnson, right corner 3, got it.
3-point basket.
Zach Johnson with his first 3. He's got 4 points, and it's 6-4 Noblesville.
The Millers need to slow this game down, Craig, in order for them to be successful. And Anderson is a very, very quick team. Another 3 on the way.
That one's good by Ethan Russell, and it's 7-6. I had a hunch this would be this kind of game, back and forth. But like you said, Noblesville doesn't want to try and run. It looks like Anderson's got some pretty good speed with that length. Fisher now to Barnes. Thought about that free throw extended. Now it's Johnson, right corner. Fisher, 3, got it.
3-point basket.
Brendan Fisher gets his first field goal of the game, and it's a 3.
Back and forth they go. Not even 3 minutes into this ball game. 9-7 Noblesville up. Harrelson now to Russell. Drives in. Dishes back out to Tajon Rayford. Driving in and scoop layup to Mel Boyd. And it's 9-9.
The Anderson Indians call a timeout. We'll remind you that celebrating 25 years, that's Logan Street Signs and Banners, and they specialize in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or visit their brand new website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. 4:49 left here in the first quarter. We are tied up at 9 apiece, and I've kind of got the feeling that Mike Elliott wanted to talk to his team briefly about trying to control the pace of this game a little bit more.
Because you could, if this pace keeps up, you could see some erratic turnovers on both ends of the court, and that's why he smartly called that timeout to get things kind of back down to size and say, hey guys, we've got plenty of time. It's only 3 minutes in.
Little full court pressure here, backed off.
Fisher being guarded heavily by Rayford. Trying to find somebody. Look for the back door. Johnson didn't see it. Was guarded by Russell, and now it's Egan Kiever Hill. Down low to Fisher. Spins, moves, double teamed, and tied up, and the ball will go to Anderson on the jump ball. So not exactly the offensive sequence the Millers wanted, but Fisher did have an open shot down low.
He just couldn't get it off.
Felt that presence of Ethan Russell down there, and they doubled up on him and turned the ball over on the alternating possession. Back the other way, the Anderson Indians wearing their white with that cursive uniform. Brendan Fisher steals it up the court. Xavier Hines, fast break, lays it up and in.
Hines picks up his first 2 points of the game, and the Millers take a 2-point lead about halfway through the first quarter.
11-9.
2-3 zone here by the Millers.
That's something they're comfortable with. And
that was a nice pass right into Jomel Boyd, and he just had a clear shot to the basket.
Boyd's got 4, and he ties it up at 11. It looks like the point guard, possibly the future, because even though Jordan Schmidt is a junior, Brendan Fisher has earned some playing time this year. Now Xavier Hines, a fade away from the left elbow, no. Rebounded by Boyd. Back the other way come the Indians. They'll drive, dish back out. Now that's number 22, Keonis Woods.
He traveled.
Mental mistakes.
Yeah. Third turnover for the Indians in the quarter.
Now we see Jordan Schmidt, number 10, checking in. And the crowd giving Brendan Fisher a round of applause there.
Rayford takes some time on the bench.
I do like the cursive on the uniforms of Anderson. Long pass down court. Xavier Hines.
Wow.
Block off the glass by Brandon Harrelson. And back to the way come the Indians.
What a block by Harrelson.
Down low, Harrelson. The shot's blocked by Keever Hill. Blocked again, but there's going to be a foul on Egan. And that will send Harrelson to the line.
Harrelson earning his keep tonight at both ends of the court, making a beautiful block there on that shot by Hines. And comes down here and got 2 shots off, missed both of them, but finally picked up the foul. Gets the first.
Gives Anderson the lead once again. Harrell 3 of 3 now at the charity stripe. He'll have one more. Makes that one, rattles around off the back of the iron and in. 13-11 Anderson, 3 minutes left here just in the first quarter. It's been a pretty eventful first frame so far.
Yes, it has.
Miller's up the court, almost a pass out of bounds to Zach Johnson, back right side. It's Xavier Hines. Now it's Schmidt, resets the offense at the volleyball line. Dribble drives in, now back out. Egan Keever Hill. Keever Hill finds room, now back out. Left side, Jordan Schmidt, 3, left corner, no. Rebound, that is down to number 10. That is Joseph Jones. And that ball stolen, quick hands by Jordan Schmidt. And back the other way come the Millers. 2:25 first quarter. Hines, long 3, right wing, and good.
3-point basket, Xavier Hines.
That's what Xavier Hines needs to do for the Millers tonight. Is they're going to have to score from the outside because so far the Indians have just plugged up the inside.
Yep.
3 of the 5 field goals so far tonight have been from 3-point range for the Millers.
Harrelson can't handle the pass, but
does recover.
Gets his deflection and back 3-pointer off the mark by Russell. Deflected. Johnson went up and looks like he got contact with Keonis Woods.
Yeah, I think that's going to go on Zach Johnson.
Yep, he looked a little frustrated after that play.
Johnson picks up his first foul of the night. 3 now on the Millers. Only 1 on the Indians so far in the quarter. Under 2 minutes. Millers with a 1-point lead.
14-13, Noblesville under 2. And we got a reaching foul. This looks like Jordan Schmidt.
Yeah, Jordan Schmidt's going to pick that one up. His momentum just caused that foul.
The 4th foul on the Millers, 1 on Anderson. Up top, that's number 10, Joseph Jones. Right wing 3 on the way by Woods. No, way off the window. Rebound by Keever Hill. They'll get it to Hines, and now Schmidt will bring it across the midcourt stripe.
That one never even contacted the rim, Craig.
No, that went completely off the other side, so right to left. Barnes, no. Rebound on the shot by Marcavius Beverly, and back comes Anderson. 1:25 left first quarter. Russell, down low. Off the glass and in by Janelle Boyd.
Boyd with 6 points in this game so far, the leading scorer for both teams.
15-14, Anderson up on Noblesville. Hines, Barnes looks, 10-footer, no. Johnson, left wing 3, easy, does it, no. Rebound by Russell, and now we're under a minute left first quarter.
I don't think the Millers have any offensive rebounds yet tonight, Craig.
It's been a tough press to the glass, and 3-pointer, right corner by number 10, Joseph Jones. And it's 18-14, Anderson.
Second 3-pointer for the Indians tonight.
Barnes, no. Crashing the boards hard is Beverly. Back the other way, 28 seconds left first quarter. They'll slow it up a little bit, do the Indians and Coach Elliott. calls a play. They're going to call for the last shot. Up 4. And out there with the ball is Keanis Woods. And you can tell that it looks like there are 10 gas players out there right now.
Oh, yeah, they can't. I don't know how they're going to keep up this pace for another 24 minutes.
2 seconds. Pull up 3, going to be short. And through 1/4 of play, we've had an exciting one so far. It's Anderson 18, Noblesville 14.
Hey fans, Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Give them a call, 317-773-7391, or check them out online, www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Follow them on Facebook and Twitter. You know, another great thing here in Hamilton County, Craig, is the Hamilton County Television Calendar. Be sure to check out this calendar for upcoming events in Hamilton County, including all of our local high school events. If you have an event, you can add it to the calendar. It's easy, it's free. The Hamilton County Community Calendar, been online since 1995. You can check it out, www.hctvcalendar.com. 8 minutes in the books. The score, the Anderson Indians 18, Noblesville Millers 14. Craig, it was a fast half in more ways than one, not only time-wise, but pace-wise.
Yeah, pace-wise, and we've said it 2 or 3 times now, we're not sure if these two teams either A, want to keep up this pace, or B, should they, because we're going to see some pretty hefty amount of turnovers with, you know, these two being so evenly matched. They're going to turn the ball over almost at will because they're going at a faster pace than they're normally going.
Miller's only turned it over one time in the quarter, to their credit, where the Indians turned it over 4 times in the quarter.
Woods drives, deflected by Keever Hill, no. And the length of Beverly tries to get that board off the rebound, and no. Keever Hill controls it, gets it to Schmidt. They'll run again, back up the court, go the Millers. Schmidt looking, gets contact, now it's Barnes. Zach Johnson gets the pass, drives up off the lane, it's good.
Zach Johnson picks up the points. He just, amazingly enough, Greg, he had a clear lane right down the lane there. I don't know where the defensive lapse happened, but the Indians definitely just were out of the lane.
Yeah, they kind of parted the Red Sea, if you will, of the lane, and
yeah.
Jordan Schmidt deflects the pass.
Now a ball possession Noblesville.
Noblesville will retain on this jump ball, as obviously Anderson got the last one. We'll see 32, Alex Hunt.
Hunt, a 6'3" sophomore, seeing his first action of the night, averages 1.8 points per game. I think we're going to have to see a lot of substitutions tonight, and I think if you look at the benches and look at the overall scoring, that the Millers are probably a little deeper on the bench.
Yeah, Millers probably have more depth, and they're going to have to use it tonight. 7:05 left till halftime. It's 18-16. Anderson up on Noblesville here at the Mill in Noblesville. Glad you've joined us. Now it's Keever Hill, right wing, finds underneath Jordan Schmidt for the layup, and it's good.
Schmidt for his first field goal of the evening.
Shot up and no good.
Nice rebound there by Marquise Beverly.
Beverly gets the bucket on the rebound, and it's 20-18 Anderson.
Anderson has definitely won the rebound battle tonight so far, Craig.
Yeah, so far they've gotten up there and they've got the length to do it. Noblesville's just got to work themselves.
The Millers, for the most part, where they've gotten a shot off, they've been one and done.
Barnes from Hunt. Drives back, Hunt shoots a 3 up top, no. And Barnes tries for the board, but tapped it right to
Once
Jamel
again,
Boyd.
another one and done.
Yeah, you need to get those, if you miss the shot, you need to have that second chance opportunity on offense. They're not giving themselves the opportunity for it.
I don't recall the Millers having a second chance opportunity yet tonight.
Not so far, and that's going to be a foul called on Noble, because that might be number 2 on Egan Keever Hill. And that is.
Number 20, Egan Keever Hill.
15 foul, but that's going to put Brendan Harrelson at the line. He's 4 for 4 so far tonight from the line. All 4 of his points from the charity stripe. Look at him taking those deep breaths.
They're going to have to. They're going to be gasping. And we're not even at the midway point of the second quarter. And misses that first shot from the foul line. We'll see Zach Johnson and Brendan Fisher back in for Noblesville. Giving a chair to Keeper Hill with the 2 fouls, and Schmidt, who came off the bench tonight. He's normally a starter. Free throw number 2 by Boyd, up and good.
So Boyd is now 5 for 6 from the line. All 5 of his points have come from the free throw line.
Fisher across the timeline to Hines. Now back to Fisher, gets it to Barnes. Shifts it, now Johnson drives. Fisher, 3, got it. Brendan Fisher with a couple huge buckets. Actually, he's got 2 threes.
Yep. That's the 4th 3-point goal for the Millers so far tonight.
21-21 is our score, and it's going to be a foul. Looks like, or actually,
the
traveling.
Indians commit the turnover on the travel.
Yep, that's Brandon Harrelson, who right out there at the volleyball line did a little stutter step without dribbling the ball. I love that buzzer is directly below us. Back in for the Indians, number 20, Kajay Rayford, and number 4, Ethan Russell. Miller's inbound in front of their own student body over there. Inbound, it's Fisher. 5:15 left here until halftime. 21-21 is our score. Fisher to Barnes, looking, gets Hines down the left block, ball's deflected. Ethan Russell, nice fadeaway shot there by Xavier Hines, and it's 23-21.
Hines picks up his 7th point of the game. Beverly was going to shoot, hesitated, and shot, and all he got was the bottom of the net. Millers with a chance to take a 4-point lead.
They got him help down low. It's Alex Hunt, and he gets fouled as Boyd went up.
Now they're calling that on the floor, so it was before he got ready to shoot.
Yeah, looked like a nice head fake there by Alex Hunt.
Yeah.
And the sophomore will go to the free throw line to try and extend this lead for the Millers.
No, they called that on the floor.
Actually,
so
I'm sorry, yeah, my fault.
It went against Keonis Woods.
But nonetheless, a good head fake by Hunt to draw the foul. Just the second team foul.
But more good defense by the Indians there, denying him the initial shot. I've been impressed with this Indian defense so far tonight, Craig.
Dip down low for the pass from.
That looks like that's going to go on Ethan Russell. Yep, that's who they're calling that on Russell. So the Indians have picked up 2 quick fouls here in the second quarter. They've only got 3, so there's nobody in foul trouble. And
yeah, Woods, Beverly, and Russell each with a personal. Oh, we got a little extracurricular down low. It's going to be 22. Keonis Woods.
Personal foul, Anderson, 22, Keonis Woods.
His second foul here in the quarter. 4:25 left till half. 23-21. Noblesville looking to put a little more on it. Xavier Hines gets the inbound.
Oh my, I thought that was down.
Spinning around.
Oh, wow.
Top of that rim and goes out. Beautiful shot though by Hines. Rebound to Anderson, and here we go back the other way for the Indians. Woods drives, tries to draw the foul. No. Rebound by Barnes. Something he does very well.
Nice defensive rebound by Barnes there to deny the Indians a second chance.
Now it's Fisher with the ball.
The Millers need to do a little bit more of that on the defensive end, Craig.
Down low, Fisher gets the pass again, but
almost traveled. Wow.
And what do we have here?
We've got a foul called here.
Is that Boyd? Boyd may be called for this one. Looks like a little too much contact with Barnes, and Barnes didn't even have the ball.
Yeah, Boyd picks up his first.
Joseph Jones back in, number 10 for Anderson.
Both teams with 5 team fouls now, so we may get to the 1-and-1 in this. It wasn't looking like we were going to earlier.
Hines gets the inbound from Fisher. Again, it's good. 25-21.
Hines at 9 points now.
2 buckets this quarter, 25-21. Boyd drives off the glass, draws the foul, and Ryan Barnes puts his arms up. I think he thought that he was not moving, but if you're going to try and take a charge, you got to hit the floor.
Barnes picks up his first 6th team foul. It's going to put Boyd at the line for 2 shots. He shoots 55% from the line.
That shot up and good by Boyd.
Boyd picks up his 7th point of the game.
Second free throw up and swishes that.
Returning for Anderson, number 40, Brendan Harrelson. 9
points by Boyd. 3 or 4 at the stripe. 3 field goals in the first quarter. And we're back to a 2-point game. A little pressure, 2-man pressure in the full court by the Indians. Now it's Hines across the midcourt stripe. Back out to Fisher. Fisher will gun a 3 up and good. No.
Oh my! That's 2 in a row.
That's 2 in a row for him and 1 for Johnson in the corner. Hines checked that. Jones a 3. No. Rebound. Barnes. Oh, Fisher
traveled. He had a zig and zag there. That's what caused the travel.
If he would have taken a dribble to his left, he would have been fine. But Fisher gets called for the walk, and the ball will stay in the half court here for the Indians.
I've unofficially got the Millers with only 2 turnovers tonight, and I got 5 on the Anderson Indians. So that's not too bad for a half.
Especially with how quick they've been playing.
Yeah, they have been. They make me tired just watching them.
Rayford to Russell. Stolen. Pickpocketed by Zach Johnson. Backed up the court. It's Xavier Hines for 3. Got it. Xavier Hines.
Well, that time it went down for the Millers. The shot had just been the last couple 3-point attempts just rimming in and out. But Hines gets the tray.
(28-23), largest lead of the night for the Millers, and shot off the mark, 3 by Russell, rebound by Hines, a big rebound with 2:20 left till half. And Noblesville trying to wear down a little bit, but I don't think they're going to, are the Indians. Oh, grab the hips of Ty-J Rayford. Fisher will get whistled for that.
Personal foul, Noblesville. Number 5, Brendan Fisher.
Fisher picks up his first.
7th team foul.
So that'll go to a 1-and-1.
Anderson now in the bonus. Into the Millers, number 10, Jordan.
I think Coach Mike Elliott is asking for an intentional foul on that, but I don't think he's going to get it. I think that's what the referees may have been talking about right here below us.
Yeah, they were talking about that below us. Normally in that situation, that's what the call would be, because obviously he's didn't allow him to get to the basket. Boyd looks like Jamel Boyd's coming back in, replacing Harrelson here. 2:11 left till half.
Now Rayford is a 100% free throw shooter. He's 8 for 8 from the season, so he doesn't get to the line very often, but let's just see if he can stay perfect. He does.
Good shot there from 15 feet, and Rayford's got his first point of the night. I might be missing a little bit. Second one up, hard off the iron, and no. Yeah, we jinxed him, he's 9 out of 10. 28-24. Fisher, Johnson thought about the 3, dribble drives in, and
draws the foul.
Ethan Russell, his second foul.
But they are going to say that's on the floor. So that will be non-shooting, because that'll be number 6 on the team. Second one on Ethan Russell.
Inbound underneath, they're going to be Brendan Fisher, and the last few times he's caught Xavier Hines off a curl and found a 3 open. Now he'll go up top to Barnes. They're looking for that this time. 1:50 until half. Now it's Jordan Schmidt looking, finding. Johnson drives up, gets a shot.
What a block
by Beverly. 1:45 on the clock, and a big shot block there by Marcavius Beverly.
Indians are substituting back and forth offense, defense now.
And they might not be deep, but they're going situational, so that's probably a good thing.
Exactly.
Elliott recognized some different things. Inbound, Fisher now to Schmidt. Harrelson back in. He's all over Schmidt. Picks his pocket right in front of him. And here goes Harrell. Up to Boyd. Off the glass. Tried to draw the foul, and Boyd gets the shot to fall. Boyd's got 11. Hines has it left side. 1:10 left till halftime. Johnson fakes it, drives, puts the left-handed shot up. No, rebound, Marcavius Beverly.
Another one and done for the Millers.
Now it's Russell driving baseline, tries to go over Barnes, and no.
That's going to go on. Yep, that's going to go on Beverly over the back.
Beverly goes over the back of Schmidt. And it's going to go back the other way to Noblesville. 54.5 left here in quarter number 2. And if all week's going to be like this is going to be a great sectional. Like it usually is.
Mm-hmm.
Halftime, we'll try and grab some scores from around
Jordan
the area.
Schmidt with the 1 and 1. 79% from the line for Schmidt.
Another left-hander for the Millers. They've got a couple in there right now. He and Johnson. First one up and good. Schmidt's got 3 points. The big spark starting tonight is Brendan Fisher with 2 threes under his belt tonight, and 2 for 2 at the stripe that time, as Schmidt has 4 points. 30-26 is the count. Anderson back the other way they come. Miller sitting back in that 2-3 zone. Anderson up, Schmidt picks that pass off and up off the glass and in. Right over Ethan Russell.
Excellent job by Jordan Schmidt. He had 2 Indians all over him and he still got the layup. Great job, Craig.
Yeah, tremendous job by Jordan Schmidt, the steal and the bucket. He steals another one here from the pass of Woods. Back he goes the other end, and Jordan Schmidt. What a play. 34-26. Timeout Anderson. 16.5 left here till halftime, and Anderson burns another timeout.
No, they did. I don't think they.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the clock stopped.
Yeah, I don't think they did call it. Well, there was no timeout called there.
No.
I think the officials thought that they were calling a timeout, but it just
inadvertent whistle.
Yeah, it didn't happen because Mike Elliott was over there going, I don't want a timeout.
He doesn't want to burn another
But the Millers get the ball back.
And
Millers with a chance to make this a 10-point lead here at halftime. What a turn of events here in just the last couple minutes.
And they were down 4 after 1, down to 5. Jordan Schmidt. Rebound to Harrelson. 2, 1, half court. Short and off the mark. And we are at the half here at the Mill in Class 4A Sectional 8. It's Noblesville 34, Anderson 26. And we'll take a break and come right back here at halftime here on Hamilton County TV.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
Can I help you?
Yeah,
I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville. If you're from Fishers.
Before that, it was 37A, and before that, it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street signs and banners isn't on Logan Street anymore? It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville and Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street signs and banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
The IHSAA, in partnership with Blue Frame Technology, is pleased to announce that you can now watch your favorite IHSAA sports on the all-new IHSAA TV Apple TV app. Watch live or search through thousands of archived broadcasts. Have an older Apple TV? You can still watch on your TV by going to AirPlay on your iOS device and choosing Apple TV. Download the new Apple TV app now in the Apple TV App Store.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
It is halftime here at the Mill. First game of Sectional 8. The Noblesville Millers out in front of the Anderson Indians, 34-26. We're joined this evening at halftime by Hamilton Southeastern head coach Brian Satterfield. Coach, your team isn't playing tonight, but what do you do on an off night? You go to basketball. I see you at all kinds of basketball games. I saw you up in Muncie the other night at the Ball State game. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, basketball's my life, and at Muncie, it was a great opportunity to see Zach Gunn in action there. He got injured, was going to get ready to try and go catch a game there, and then he had that injury, so wasn't able to. And this was an opportunity that, especially with the way our high school schedules are going, hardly anybody plays on that Friday night before as you head into sectionals. Yeah. So they had that home game and was able to get out there and catch him. And while we're there, I mean, I didn't even know who they were playing. Get there, find out that they're playing Western Michigan, and as soon as I get there, I text Joe Rice, "Hey, are you there?" And he says, "Yeah." And I finally spot where he was.
You and Joe and Dave all sitting there.
So I went down there and sat down there with Joe.
Sat there in the good seats.
Sat in the good seats and got to sit and have a good chat with him. And
I thought Joe must have paid for that for you, huh?
Oh, yeah. And then what was interesting is I went over there and tried to talk to him right at halftime. And right at halftime, the Western Michigan people called him over to talk on the radio like I'm doing right now.
Well, that's good. We got a honey of a game going here. We got a couple teams that the Indians, normally a very, very fast break team, and they have so far, I mean, they've been keeping that up. It's been a very, very quick game. But and also the Indians have owned the boards in this one. But the Millers with a late, with a late surge here, the score was 28-26 with about a minute left to go, and they rattled off 6 points to make it 34-26. But got another game coming up tonight. Get a little insight from you. Got Westfield and Carmel coming up. How do you feel about that one?
Well, I mean, you got two good teams. Carmel's Carmel. They're always solid, play very well. They don't beat themselves. So, I mean, you got to come out and you got to be able to hit shots and you got to be able to defend and rebound. And for Westfield, you got a team that's been playing really well. They were trying to figure some things out the first half of the season, and they came out. And, the night we played them, we didn't play our best game, but I tell you what, they played really well, and they deserved to win when they played us. And it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight.
Well, it's a pretty, I think, with a couple minor exceptions, this seems to be a pretty evenly matched sectional here. Sectional 8 looks like, I mean, obviously on paper you have to, give Carmel the nod that they would be probably the favorite, at least on paper.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the south side of the state. Warren Central coming into this thing undefeated. Now, is that an advantage or is that a disadvantage coming into the thing undefeated, Coach?
Oh, I mean, if we had the opportunity to be undefeated, I'd take it. I mean, the thing is any time that you get in that situation, and it was like for us early in the year, I mean, we kept finding ways to win, and that's what they did. I mean, they gave us our first loss, and it was a situation where we thought we pretty much had things in control and then made a few mistakes, and then but it was a game where both teams kept making plays, and they made the last one. They hit that game winner with about 3 seconds left, and we didn't get the opportunity after that. But, I mean, anytime you've got that mentality and you're able to keep coming through and finding ways to win, I think I like that psychology.
Yeah, that's quite a team they got down there on the southwest side there in
But it will be a very,
Indianapolis.
very nice, challenging sectional. I mean, that's going to be one heck of a section.
Yeah, I know our friends down at IHSA TV, they're going to be following Romeo and New Albany coming up Friday night. So one would think that that might be a possible matchup coming down the pike here pretty quick, too.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's going to be interesting with Romeo. I mean, you never know. You never thought anybody would have a chance at Damon's record, but, I mean, he's showing he's the real deal, and he's got that possibility.
Well, unfortunately, they have the bye tonight, so he's going to have one less game to do it in. So
I saw when that draw came out, that was one thing that I thought about.
Yeah, I thought that's that's just one of those things. Who else in this North bracket will challenge?
Well, I mean, I think you got again South Bend. I mean, the way that they're trying, and they're still undefeated. Now they haven't played the quality of schedule of everybody else, but I tell you what, they've been the real deal whenever they've had the opportunity to play quality competition. So, I mean, they're probably, as you put it on paper, they're probably the favorite.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming by and spending a few minutes with us, and certainly good luck Friday night. We will be here with that game live, whether it's with the, let's see, that'll be either Westfield or Carmel, I believe, is who you will play Friday night.
Correct.
We'll see what happens there later. But thank you for joining us, Coach. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Okay. Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. If you have any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-335-7775 or check out their website, www.ecommunity.com. Fans from personal injury claims to complex business litigations to divorce cases, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim protect the rights of individuals, businesses, schools, and government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Merrillville, and Tipton. Contact their Noblesville office, 317-773-5320, or visit their website, www.cchalaw.com. Well, I'd like to welcome Craig Atkins back with us. Craig, did you get yourself a breather there? Kind of a breakneck pace there in this first half.
Yeah, I caught a little breather and was able to go downstairs and grab some water and come back up and talk to a couple people, and especially Noblesville baseball coach Justin Keever. His son is Egan Keever Hill, and he was pretty happy with how the first half ended for Noblesville, but he said Egan couldn't keep his hands out. He had 2 fouls in the first half, and so we'll see what happens with the Millers. It looks like they're going to go with Fisher, Schmidt, Johnson, Hines, and Ryan Barnes to start the second half. And looks like Russell, Beverly, Woods, Boyd and Harrelson for the Anderson Indians to start the second half. So it should be interesting because both these two have their speed lineups out there, but I think everyone's playing at a higher speed tonight. It's sectionals.
Well, when I was talking to Coach Satterfield, he mentioned that. He said it's been a very, very quick game, but kind of reset things here. Both teams, neither of them have any serious foul problems. The Millers with one player with 2 fouls, that being Keever Hill, and the Indians with 3 with 2, so that is the most of anybody. And we're back to action here in the second half.
Boyd down low. Beverly up and in, gets the bucket, and Anderson on the board first in the second half.
That late surge by the Millers went from a 28-26 game to a 34-26.
Hard pass from Johnson down to Barnes.
I'm going to call a jump ball. That one's going to go to the Millers. Millers got lucky on that one that they didn't lose that one. Turnover-wise, the first half, I've got the Indians with 6 turnovers and the Millers with 4.
Barnes with the left corner from the inbound. Now to Hines. Jordan Schmidt will run the point out there on the logo. Fisher out by the Noblesville bench, guarded by Ethan Russell. Now it's Ryan Barnes.
Barnes is looking for help and can't get it, and finally turns it. No, he didn't turn it over.
He could have got a 5 count there, too.
Yeah.
Very close, but Woods with the reach-in foul.
That's number 3 on Woods. That could be big going later into this game because Woods is one of the top scorers for the Indians.
It looks like he's scoreless so far, but has those 3 fouls. Inbound in front of the student body over there for Noblesville is Brendan Fisher. Russell on him. Screen off. They know an inbound could go to Xavier Hines because it's been all too often tonight that he put up a shot off an inbound. Now it's Schmidt to Fisher. Left side looking, Johnson. Free throw extended left side down to Barnes. Low, puts a little hook up and good.
Ryan just got that football body in there and cleared the Indians out and got the easy bucket.
Dipped it down low, 36-28. And Woods loses handle of it.
I think they're trying to figure out who that went off the hands of. And
obviously the officials are kind of, in a triangle, so they're trying to see who had the better angle.
It's going to be Indian ball.
They're saying it was deflected off maybe Ryan Barnes, and he kind of has that look on his face like, I don't know about that. Anderson ball underneath the bucket. It's Russell. He gets it to Woods.
You can just see the athleticism of the Indians. They are so quick.
Back out. Russell, 3, no. Barnes with the board.
Barnes has only scored 4 points, but he has been a factor on the offensive, on the defensive rebounds, I should say.
Millers. Oh, that pass, errant pass by Schmidt off the board, looking for Johnson, but no. Now back out left side. Xavier Hines, 3, airballs it.
I think that might have been tipped by Woods, but it was a little bit hard to tell.
I'll take back my airball. Russell drives. There's a foul.
That's going to be on the floor. Mike Elliott is asking for the.
He wants the foul while shooting.
That's going to be on Brendan Fisher.
Fisher's
their first
second.
Foul of the half.
Egan Keever-Hill back in replacing Fisher. Fisher's had some good time out there on the floor. Inbound now to Harrelson. Woods drives, takes a shot, and Ryan
Offensive
Barnes
foul.
draws the charge.
If that's on Woods, that's number 4. Yeah, he picks up his 4th. I don't know, if I was Coach Elliott, I'd be getting him out of there pretty quick, but he has yet to score tonight, but defensively he's been quite a factor.
Yeah, I've got 4, you have 4, but the scoreboard doesn't say 4. Brendan Schmidt, a turnaround 10-footer, and Noblesville up 10.
I got Schmidt for 10 points now. Yeah, I had 2 on Woods in the first half and 2 in the second half is what I had.
I do as well.
There's a kick ball.
So maybe with 4 people down there keeping track of the fouls.
Well, we'll see when he gets his next foul.
Shot off the mark there by Rayford. Rebound. Down to the Millers. It's Barnes. Just over 5 minutes left, third quarter. It's Schmidt. Not sure if Jordan Schmidt's not seeing right. Egan Keever-Hill. Baseline right side. No. Boyd the board. Stats courtesy of. I'm not sure who brought those, but thank you, Leah Woldridge. And We have a foul on the shot, but not from Johnson's from what Johnson shot. Away from the ball.
Barnes picks up his second foul.
Cleared out. 38-28, 4:44 remaining in the third quarter. Harrelson drives on Egan Keever-Hill, who's got those 2 fouls. Boyd doubled up in the paint now. Gets it to Rayford. Shot off the mark, no. Xavier Hines with the board. Schmidt, shot is deflected, and nope, I guess it wasn't deflected. Out of bounds. And Brian McCauley wants to talk about it.
More substitutions for the Indians. That'll bring Joseph Jones back in. Millers take a timeout, so let's remind fans, Smith's Jewelers has been serving Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel, for over 65 years. Many jewelry stores have come and gone, yet Smith's remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer certainly would be their outstanding jewelry selection and customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers is eager to give our customers a memorable, positive experience. Contact them at 317-773-3383 or visit them online, smithsonthesquare.com.
38-28, 4:08 remaining here in the third quarter. Noblesville leading the Anderson Indians here in game number 1 of this Class 4A Sectional 8 tournament. Crowd's starting to build a little bit more as Westfield and Carmel will be game 2 tonight.
Well, the lower section of the Carmel section is pretty full, and Westfield, the lower section is full, and the top is about a quarter full already.
Harrelson drives. Rebound by Keever-Hill.
Call a jump ball on that one. Indians will get the possession. Keever-Hill just couldn't quite take that ball in, and I thought the Indians only had one hand on it, but I guess that's all you need for a tie-up now.
Beverly lost control. Harrelson, long 3, no. Johnson the board. And a bump foul there by Marcavius Beverly.
That is a bad foul on Beverly. He picks up number 3 of the half. And that's one of those fouls, Craig, that just give coaches gray hairs and players sit there and say, boy, was I dumb on that one.
You know, and sometimes you just can't control your momentum, but
Yeah.
I think he could.
Yeah.
He just stayed with
Yeah.
his momentum, and the foul was drawn.
He was just a little bit out of control.
Jordan Schmidt races up the court, switches hands on Rayford. Another quick one right there. Schmidt out of Hines. Russell guarding him. Hines picked his dribble up. Nope. And I think Zach Johnson's going to be called for the offensive foul.
Johnson picks up his second, only the third team foul of the half for the Millers. Both teams with 3 team fouls here. A little less than 3.5 left to go here in the third quarter.
Three-pointer off the mark. And ball's going to stay here. Rebound by Hines on the shot, but Keever-Hill will pick up his third.
Keever-Hill picks up number 3.
And he was already halfway up the court.
Yeah.
Ryan Barnes back in for Keever-Hill as he looks frustrated as all get out. 3:16 left here in the third. Inbound to Beverly. Looking to make a move, but Zach Johnson just as lanky as he is. Now it's Russell to Rayford. It's more like a comfort zone as that 2-3 zone for the Millers. Anderson cannot penetrate, so a 15-footer, no. Beverly the board though, rebound up and good.
Gets the bucket and the extra shot.
Gets it back under 10.
Personnel, Noblesville 24, Xavier Hines.
Xavier Hines picks up number 2. Number 5 on the Millers. Beverly goes to the line, a 74% free throw shooter for the 3rd point try.
The lefty puts a free throw up, rattles around and in. He's got 7 points, and it's back to a 7-point game. 38-31 rather. Just under 3 minutes left. 3rd quarter. Now Fisher.
That hoop down there in the west end hasn't been exactly friendly to the shooters tonight, has it?
No, it's had a few spin out. And Jordan Schmidt drives, gets the foul call, and that's going to be on Harrelson. If that's Harrelson, that's only his first. I thought he had 2.
First foul, Anderson, number 40, Brandon Harrelson.
Number 4 on the team.
Nonetheless,
Schmidt will go to the line for 2.
If Schmidt will shoot a pair here as he drove to the bucket confidently and drew the foul. Free throw up and good.
Well, that was one of the things that the Millers weren't able to do in the first half, Craig. They weren't able to really get in there and get to the bucket and get that shot like they've been able to here in the second half.
Schmidt's second free throw up and good. Gets it back to a 9-point margin at 40-31. Beverly, check that. Russell's pass gets deflected. Down low it goes. Harrelson, no. And Schmidt gets the board, comes away with it. He can't move. Gets it errantly over to Brendan Fisher, just flails it over.
Millers wanted a foul. Indians wanted a travel, and nothing got called.
Well, Schmidt will reset. Just over 2 minutes left, 3rd quarter, and this thing is getting intense. Fisher, now Hines, deep left, guarded by Harrelson. Tries to drive. He knows Xavier can shoot from out there. Johnson, now to Barnes. Fisher, right side to Johnson. Down low to Schmidt. Check that Hines. Hines up, no. Rebound by Harrelson, and here comes Anderson back the other way. It's Beverly.
Millers didn't have anybody under the net for an offensive rebound on that one, Craig.
That's the biggest thing they need to get going here is giving themselves second chances if they missed on the offensive end. And going to be a foul underneath.
That's going to be a 2-shot foul, too.
Yep. We're going to see, I believe, Boyd. Xavier Hines with his 3rd foul.
Fouls are starting to mount up here. That's going to be 2 for Jamel Boyd. He's already 2 for 2 from the line. 11 points so far tonight.
We're going to see Alex Hunt check in as Boyd misses his first free throw on the attempts. Hunt back in.
Yeah, Woods comes back in. He's playing with 4 fouls, so I would expect the Millers to probably take the ball right at him.
See, and I'm confused. Up on the digital board, they have 3. We both have 4. Second free throw up and good by Boyd, so we're going to see what happens if he does pick up another foul. Up the court come the Millers. Barnes now to Johnson. Barely gets it to Schmidt before he crosses the line.
Yeah, he had to wait till he got across the line to pass that ball.
Schmidt picks his dribble up, tries to find somebody. Barnes is that man. Finds room, gets out of it. Block shot by Boyd.
Nice block by Jamel Boyd. Barnes is sitting there saying, where did he come from?
Yeah, Barnes went for the head fake, and then when he went up for the shot, that ball got swatted into the end zone seats here over here. Brendan Fisher will inbound. Zach Johnson.
Almost out of bounds.
Yep, and he can't control himself going through the lane. 1:02 left, 3rd quarter. Boyd up off the glass and in.
End to end by Jamel Boyd for his 14th point of the night.
Boyd leading all scorers with 14 points. Now it's Fisher, 40-34, Noblesville.
Will the Millers be content to wait for the last shot here, Craig?
I don't think with this kind of speed on defense, they're going to be able to get the last shot. Playing 4 corners on a team like Anderson's playing right now, it might be a tough task. Fisher, guarded by Jones. He's trying to get away from Jones so the 5-second count doesn't start.
He's close.
Out of Fisher. Jones will take him with 15 seconds. Oh, Schmidt lost control of the dribble. Turnover with 10.3 seconds left here in the quarter. The defense got the best of Schmidt there, and he turns it over. Anderson basketball. It'll be Beverly to inbound. Woods gets the inbound. Now we're under 10. To Beverly. Looking. Woods. 5. Down to Beverly. Lost control. 3-1. Shot up off the side of the board, and no. And we're through 3 quarters. It's Noblesville 40, Anderson 34.
Fans, no job is too small or too big for Indiana Restoration Services. Whether you're a homeowner or a large business experiencing a water, fire, or storm, or maybe you got mold remediation, or maybe you're just a homeowner who needs a good carpet cleaning, Indiana Restoration has you covered. Contact them at 317-776-9942 or visit them online, www.indianarestoration.com. Bill Clifford is currently a sergeant with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office and has committed his life to serving the community with integrity. As a resident of Westfield with his wife Cheryl and their 3 kids, family safety is Clifford's top priority, and he understands that the Sheriff's Office must be proactive with new threats in order to protect you best. For more information, follow the campaign on Facebook at Clifford for Sheriff, and remember to vote for Bill Clifford for Hamilton County Sheriff on May 8th, 2018. Follow them on Facebook at Clifford for Sheriff, their website, www.cliffordforsheriff.com. Greg, we're 24 minutes in the books, 8 minutes left to go. Millers with a 6-point lead over the Indians.
Yeah, it's going to be a survival of the fittest. That looks like Russell, Woods, Jones, Boyd, and Beverly for the Indians. It's going to be Hines, Barnes, Johnson, Keever Hill, and Brennan Fisher for Noblesville. As you see the students from Noblesville rise back up for the 4th quarter start. Alongside Brad Silbert, I'm Craig Atkins. Glad you've joined us here for game number 1 of Class 4, Sectional 8 at Noblesville. Backdoor, and Xavier Hines thought that he was held a little bit by Woods, but that ball goes out of bounds. Great play call, but unfortunately not an executed play for the Millers, and Anderson looking to cut into the 6-point deficit to start this 4th quarter. Woods. Okay, now we're going to see what happens. If this is Woods. Okay, they show 4.
Okie dokie.
I guess we go with them.
Yeah.
4 fouls now on Keanis Woods. Full court pressure, big here from Anderson. Oh, Keever Hill took steps before he dribbled the basketball and turns it back over to the Indians.
Millers have missed a couple golden opportunities here, Craig. Okay, I see where the difference came in. Boyd picked up one of those fouls that we had on Woods, because Boyd has got 2.
Okay. Got a foul underneath, it looks like. It looks like Ryan Barnes going to be whistled with that one for the Millers.
One way or the other, that's going to be a shooting foul, whether it's, is that a 2 or a 1-1?
I believe that's going to be a 1-1.
It is a 7th team foul. Calling it a 2-shot foul. So Beverly will have 2 opportunities, a 74% free throw shooter. When they miss them short like that, that's an indication that they're getting tired out there, Craig.
Yeah, it's not a good thing when, especially as tall a player as Beverly is, and he makes the second.
I've got Beverly with 8 points now in the game. Millers with a 3-point lead. 7:25 here in the 4th.
Full court pressure. Schmidt. Now it's Fisher. They better get across quick. Now Barnes looks. Pass is stolen on what looks to be a backdoor on a 3-man lead.
3 turnovers already for the Millers in this quarter.
Off the glass, no.
Boyd comes right back with a nice putback there.
Boyd
wow.
Put back off the miss, and it's 40-37. 7:04 left here in quarter number 4.
Millers will take a 30-second timeout. Greg, let's thank all of our viewers tonight. How many different places can they watch Hamilton County television now?
I believe it's on the old-fashioned way on the website. You can go to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Are we periscoping tonight?
We're all over the place.
We're all over.
What was that old cartoon character said? He's everywhere.
I'm drawing
one of the superheroes. I can't remember who it was. We just had another timeout called. That's going to be a full. No, it's not going to be a full timeout. No, there wasn't another timeout called. Excuse me. I thought that was a Noblesville timeout. Now they haven't updated the scoreboard yet.
Harrelson picks up Schmidt in the backcourt. Now to Johnson, going to be deflected off Johnson.
Another turnover against the Millers.
Bad turnovers.
That's 4 so far in this quarter.
They're rushing things, and that's what's going to hurt them if they keep doing that. And they're going to let Anderson back in this game. Keever Hill back in. Joseph Jones back.
Another unforced turnover error by the Millers. The Indians have really turned up the pressure here to begin the fourth quarter.
Just under 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Backdoor to Beverly. Pass is deflected, and good save by Xavier Hines, and Noblesville has the ball in the hands of Fisher. Now it's Hines again.
Indians are not letting the Millers get anywhere close to that net, Craig.
Jordan Schmidt has it, guarded by Russell. Now it's Fisher right side to Barnes. Barnes looking to go to Keever Hill, no. Makes his own room, and up off the glass, they call him for travel
first.
Oh, wow.
Turnover number 5 for the Millers. And every one of those turnovers is costing points one way or the other, either a missed opportunity or giving the Indians an opportunity for points.
Rayford up the court now, right side to Russell. To Jones. 6 minutes left, fourth quarter. They're trying to find the seams in this Noblesville defense. Now it's Boyd. Pass almost deflected by Keever Hill. 3 up and good. No, actually no good. Rayford to Jones. 3. No. Barnes to board. Corrals the rebound around a couple Indians, and
Barnes did a great job of breaking that double team.
Hines drives, slid first.
Well, they could call that on any number of players there. Let's see who they're going to call that on.
24. That'll be Boyd.
Boyd picks up his third.
Xavier Hines will go to the line shooting a pair.
Team foul number 6.
40-37. It was 40-34 after 3 quarters. And Hines cans the first one.
84% is what Hines shoots from the line.
13 points for Xavier Hines to lead the Millers. One more up and no good. Off the back of the iron, Boyd skies for the board.
Hines averages 13 a game, so he's right there now.
Out of bounds goes Rayford and turns it back over to the Millers there.
Miller's got a break on that one because had he been able to control that, not been out of bounds, he would have had an easy layup. If you're Noblesville, you just got to be worried about the way Anderson is just kind of hanging in there, and so close, and this a 4-point lead is nothing in this game.
5:15 left here in quarter number 4. Brennan Fisher picked up by Beverly. Keever Hill reach in, and that's 5. On Keonis Woods.
Now we got in for number 5.
See, the one thing you pointed out, he averages 6.8 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
He's fouled out with 5:12 left.
And the Anderson bench is not quite as deep as the Miller bench is. Kiever Hill is going to have 2 shots here.
Makes the first, 42-37.
He's a 60% free throw shooter. That's the first point I got him for tonight.
Yeah, with those early fouls in the first half, Egan wasn't able to get himself into scoring. He's got 2 points to make it a 6-point game again, a little more cushion for the Millers.
What this does for the Indians is it just takes one less bench player, and there's a turnover on the travel by the Indians.
Yep, Harrelson
it takes one less player, off of their bench to give their starters some rest.
Yeah, when they really haven't been that deep tonight, they've had Jones off the bench, Woods obviously, and he's fouled out, and that's just about it. Hines, the full court pressure almost got to the Millers there. Up the court they go. Fisher, now to Kiever Hill.
Intense pressure.
Down low he goes to Barnes. Up, off the glass, or off the rim, no.
Barnes almost went over the back, but he just backed off in time.
I think Barnes thought he was going to be able to draw the foul. Jordan Schmidt almost drew a foul there. To Boyd, up the
Boyd
glass
just works his way through there and works his magic for point number 18 on the night. 4 in this quarter. Full timeout by the Anderson Indians. Well, coming up in game 2 tonight, we're going to have the Westfield Shamrocks and the Carmel Greyhounds coming up in that game. Hope you'll stay tuned for that. And then Friday night at 6, the winner of this game will be playing the Fishers Tigers. And the winner of the later game between Carmel and Westfield will be playing the Hamilton Southeastern Royals. Then Saturday night at 7:30, it'll be sectional championship night already. It doesn't seem like the school year has gone that, just amazing how quickly the time has gone this year.
I don't want to jinx it because it was 60 degrees today, but it's not cold and it's not snowing.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like sectional week because of that one reason. Other than that, it does.
Yeah, we haven't had a good sectional snow here in several years, and I remember when I lived up in Fort Wayne, you could always count on a nice big snowstorm coming across the state late February, early March. And in fact, up there, we got more snow in February than any other month of the year.
Yeah, it's the same with, Binks and Elkhart. We get that lake effect snow up there. And
you got more of it there than we got in Fort Wayne.
And with all that melting lately, they've had flooding in Elkhart and the ocean. So it's
Well, resetting the game here, 4:31 left. Millers with a 4-point lead. The possession arrow is in favor of the Indians. And
full court
we're
pressure
back in
again.
action here with the Millers in charge.
Fisher, Jones on him. Dips it. Left side to Barnes. Looking. Now back out to Kiever Hill. The lane is open. Wow. Hines now left side. Drives. Ooh.
That's going to get Russell. He's going to pick up number 3, I think.
Is that Harrelson? Nope, that is Russell.
Yeah, Russell picks up his 3rd. Team foul number 8. Hines is going to the line, the 84% free throw shooter. 1 for 2 so far tonight.
It's this one.
Now 2 for 3. Picks up point number 14 on the evening. Only Jamel Boyd for the Indians has got more points.
15 now for Xavier Hines as he makes a pair. 45-39. Four minutes left. We're at the midway point of the fourth quarter. Deflection.
Oh,
wow.
Just a little push there on the Millers.
Slight push, and they got it.
Ryan Barnes picks up that one, and that is his 4th. That could be big for the Millers. Jamel Boyd is going to go to the line for 2.
Just under 4 minutes left here in quarter number 4. 45-39. Noblesville leading the Anderson Indians. Trying to advance to the Friday first semifinal at 6 o'clock.
Hey, we need to give a good shout out to our technical crew here at Hometown Television. We've got Lucas on the camera, We right now Katie is directing us. Will is here somewhere. Mr. Wofford, our executive producer. And, of course, the granddaddy of all, Rick Vanderweilen, here tonight with us. We're glad to have him here. Thank him very much for the new technical advancements that we've received.
I feel like we're 2.1. Free throws are both made by Boyd.
Boyd
4-point game.
20 points for Boyd on this game tonight. Millers need a score on this possession. 5-second call.
Wow.
Oh, they called a timeout. Excuse me, they got a timeout. Did they get a timeout or not?
No, he didn't. He called a 5-second violation, yep. Wow.
I think Coach McCauley was trying to get the timeout called, but he could not get it called. 6th turnover of this quarter on the Millers.
3:35 left, fourth quarter, and the ball down low to Beverly. Now Jones, left wing three. Now Hines the rebound. Beverly gets called for a reach-in.
That's going to be number 4 on Beverly.
It's going to be a situation for Anderson where the fouls are going to mount up, and Noblesville will be at the free throw line.
Yeah.
8 fouls on Noblesville, but 9 on the Indians. So
yeah, Hines is going to have a 1-and-1. But more important for the Millers after this, they'll be shooting 2 every time. Hines looking for point number 16 on the night. Misses it. He's 2 for 5 from the free throw line so far tonight, Craig.
Russell, now it's Beverly. He drives, baseline, back out. Three-pointer, Boyd on the way, no. Rebound by Harrelson, and a blocking foul going to be called. If that's Keeper Hill, if that's Barnes, no, that's Johnson. Dark hair, I couldn't tell.
They're trying to decide whether that's a shooting foul or no shot. No shot on the floor.
But Coach Elliott can't be too upset. They're still shooting free throws.
Yeah. I think there's some confusion as to who that foul was called on.
Right. Yeah, they keep buzzing at the scores table for them to come over and talk.
I think he was trying to signal 31, and there is no 31 out there.
23.
Johnson picks up his third, 9th team foul. So Harrelson, if he's going to score, he's going to have to do it the old-fashioned way with a 1-and-1 rather than having a 3-point opportunity. Coach Elliott still pleading his case.
So Harrelson, 3:06 left, fourth quarter. They'll have 1 and possibly the bonus. As Boyd now leads all scorers, 20 points on the night, Brad. First free throw up, swishes. I have all 5 of Boyd's points being at the free throw line. 5 for 5 at the charity stripe. But hadn't scored since the first quarter.
Yeah, and he did he had missed one in the second quarter.
Misses that one at Jinxon, I think.
Full court pressure.
3 minutes left. Hines drives up. Oh my. Oh wow.
Beverly's just looking around saying,
That's
how
5.
can you call that on me?
Wow.
But he did. He made the contact. That's 10 team fouls, so for the next 2:55, or if we go to overtime, the Millers will be shooting 2 every time up to the line, and they'll put Hines back up there.
So Beverly fouls out his 9.2 points, and also already fouled out Keonis Woods at 6.8 points. So you're looking at, there's almost 17 points a game.
Was that number 5 on Beverly?
Yep, that was Beverly's 5th.
Pardon me?
Yep, Beverly's
Okay.
5th. Hines makes the first of the 2. Now in the double bonus. Second one's good. Hines has 17 now. .245 left, fourth quarter.
Millers need to really take advantage.
Jones, three from the top. Good.
Wow. Nothing but net for Joseph Jones. And he gets the Indians within 2.
Timeout.
Full timeout by the Anderson Indians. Craig, this game has gone just exactly the way we thought it would go.
Yep, exactly.
It's been the Millers, I think at one time had a 10-point lead in this game, but the Indians have fought back. Now, are the Indians going to have enough energy in them with Beverly and Woods on the bench to be able to pull this out? Because
when you got that much less on the floor,
you just don't have the backup to go to.
You've got to be that much more cautious. And, especially with the length of Beverly and the quickness of Woods both fouled out, it's going to be that much harder. And they're going to have to dig deeper on the bench because aside from Jones, they haven't used anybody else off that bench.
Well, according to what I've got here, the Indians have got 1 timeout left, whereas the Millers have got 3 fulls and 1:20 left, or 1:30 left, so they're in good shape on timeouts. But, this foul situation for the Indians, this is probably going to be very critical down the stretch in this game.
It could be a thing where it's a long 2:38 for the Indians.
Yes.
But on the other side of the stick, Noblesville has to play smart with it and not make the turnovers like you have. How many turnovers? 8? How many in this?
I got 6 for the Millers so far this quarter.
This quarter alone. Inbound to Keeper Hill. Now it's Schmidt. Full court pressure still there.
The Indians just are not backing off.
Fisher needs help. Keeper Hill down low to Barnes. Barnes will drive up off the glass and in.
Nice move by Ryan Barnes. A much-needed basket for the Millers. Barnes has got 6 points, and we're back to a 4-point lead for the Millers. Boyd.
No. Boyd
gets his own rebound.
And he's fouled to reach in.
Well, any way you look at it, it's going to be 2 shots.
Personal foul, Noblesville, number 10,
Jordan Schmidt. Only Ryan Barnes on the Millers is in foul trouble right now with 4. But Jamel Boyd is going back to the line with 2 more opportunities. Got him with 20 points so far in this game tonight. He averages 12 per game. A 55% free throw shooter.
First one up and good. The 6'4" senior has 21 points to lead all scorers. 2:11 left.
He is 6 for 7 from the free throw line right now, trying to go 7 for 8. He's got it.
49-47.
Indians still pressuring.
If they can get Noblesville to fold at this full court pressure, that's how it's going to happen. Fisher looks, now finds Keeper Hill.
Thought for a second there Fishers might be able to get under the basket, but he didn't.
Keeper Hill driving, back out. Now it's Barnes. Makes a move in. Back to Keeper Hill, 16-footer. No. Back to Yarn. Rebound down to Jones.
Crowd wanted the over the back on the Indians, but they did not get the call.
93 ticks left, fourth quarter, and dare we say regulation. Rayford back in there. Has to be in there with Woods gone. Now it's Rayford to Russell. Now it's Boyd. Good matchup with Hines on Boyd.
Indians look like they're being patient, looking for the good shot here.
3 on the way. Rayford, no. Oh, we got a foul. Is that Jordan Schmidt?
That one's going to go against the Millers.
Double bonus. That'll be Hines. Oh, it's on Boyd. Wow. That's on Boyd.
Is that on Boyd or?
Jamel Boyd with the foul. That's his 4th.
Yeah, I thought they were going to call that on Hines. Barnes will go to the line for 2 shots.
So if you're Mike Elliott, what do you do if Jamel Boyd fouls out? Barnes misses the first.
Barnes only shoots 45%, his first trip to the line tonight.
He'll have one more as we see number 14, Gavin Vaughn, seeing his first minutes off the bench.
Vaughn is only 2.0 per game, and again, the situation with two bigger scorers on the bench, they got to go a little deeper.
Barnes misses both.
Wow.
49, 47, 60 ticks left, fourth quarter. Floating it around the outside. Timeout, Anderson.
That's going to be their last timeout, and that is going to be a full timeout. And while we take the timeout, let's remind you that celebrating 25 years is Logan Street Signs and Banners, specializing in last-minute signage and banners. Serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them, 317-773-7200, or visit their brand new website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And while we're talking about Wofford Enterprises, how about Noblesville Trophies? You know, they offer a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out online, www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Follow them on Facebook and on Twitter. 51.6 remaining on this one. Millers with a 2-point lead. The Indians have the possession arrow. The Indians are out of timeouts. Indians have got two of their bigger scorers on the bench already. So the odds are stacked in the favor of the Millers here. But the Indians, you never can tell what they're going to do.
Inbound far sideline. Harrelson inbounds to Russell.
They might pull a couple feathers out of their headdress, you know.
I was surprised he hadn't pulled one of those out yet.
Oh, well.
Not the feathers, one of those lines. Deflection into the hands of Vaughn. Russell drives. Jones thought about it. Shoots one now, and it's good! Oh, my!
We are tied.
Nope, he gave her three.
Oh, they gave him three. Wow.
Wow. Jones with a huge three. Jones' third three of the game, his second of the quarter.
Wow.
Anderson on top with 21.4 left here in the fourth quarter, and dare I say regulation, 50-49 on the Millers.
This game has turned out to be everything that we thought it would be, Craig, and I was just looking at what some of the predictions were. John Harrell, he's predicting a 1-point game, and I'm not going to say in favor, but a 1-point game is what he's predicted, and right now he's at least point-wise right on.
Yeah, it's scary.
Millers are trying to set up the final play of this game. I've got to believe that they're probably going to want to take it down to probably about 10 seconds or so and at least try to get a shot at 10 seconds or draw a foul. And they're probably not going to wait much more than 10 seconds because they're going to, if they can't draw the foul, they got to look for the opportunity to try to get the rebound.
21.4 seconds left, fourth quarter. What a barn burner, Brad. We'll use that old term like we used to. Barn burner.
The old Bob Chase saying.
Noblesville basketball in front of their own bench by the scores table to be Schmidt.
Jamel Boyd is out there. He's playing with 4 fouls.
Fisher with 15. Looks.
Anderson cannot stop the clock.
Oh my, Noblesville turns it over.
Foul.
It's a reach-in foul. Is that
Boyd? That's going to be on Russell.
If that's Russell, that's his fourth.
It's his number 4.
11.4 left on the clock, and Zach Johnson at the foul stripe for the Millers.
Johnson, a 95% free throw shooter.
1 for 2 tonight.
As you said, 1 for 2 tonight, but the guy you do want to have on the line here. First mission is to at least get this tied up.
Johnson's first one. In and
out.
Oh, my.
I'll tell you, Craig, these rims here at the Mill tonight just have not been favoring the ball. Not at all.
One more on the way. Johnson could tie it, and then a lot of time left for the Indians. Isaac flies it, swishes.
Timeout, Noblesville, a full timeout.
So Zach Johnson picks up point number 7. A huge point for Zach. Another full timeout for the Millers. And Craig, once again, this thing's coming right down to the, what we were saying when we were off the air at halftime, that it looks like this thing could come down to the last possession, really. Wow, what a game this has been.
You know, and this, we keep saying this game has lived up to the expectations, and not just because they're 10 and 13 identical records. I'm going to say the old cliche, throw the records out the window.
Yeah.
These two teams want to advance to the sectional semifinal on Friday, and it's just a matter of obviously who's going to get the last point.
The other thing is for the Indians, they go back to December 9th when these two teams met at Anderson, and the Millers took them out 62-49. So, in front of your own home crowd, that kind of had to sting.
They wanted payback.
And, they're sitting there saying, we got an opportunity to get this game back that we lost earlier.
Noblesville 50, Anderson 50. Indians have the full court, and he's not going to touch the ball. Will Russell until he has to. He picks it up now, three-quarter court.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him take it down for one last shot.
Boyd gets it on Barnes. He traveled.
He went out of bounds.
Oh, wow. 3.1 seconds.
He went out of bounds.
McCauley looks like he wants to call a different, nope, not going to call a timeout. Keever Hill going to inbound from the far side. And
really surprised the Indians aren't putting more full court pressure on.
Baseball pass into the hands of Barnes. Now Hines, deep three.
Oh, just missed. Wow.
Short. And we go to overtime here at the Mill.
Oh, wow. My. What can you say?
Woo. Wow.
What a game this has been. We'll have 4 more minutes to decide this one. 50-50 here.
Wow.
Going into overtime. Well, we'd like to welcome you to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Sectional 8 basketball on Hamilton County Television, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 25 years in business. I'd like to thank our other great sponsors: Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church Hiddle and Entrim, Smith's Jewelers, Indiana Restoration, the Hamilton County Television Calendars, the Noblesville Chamber of Commerce, and Bill Clifford for Sheriff. Well, Craig, the old saying is, if you didn't get your money's worth tonight for that ticket you bought, there's something wrong with you. Because, boy, this has been one whale of a ball game.
Well, we're at the price of admission, and we have free basketball now. Free basketball, everybody. It's Noblesville caught the biggest break of the ball game down there on the far left end, as Boyd slipped on that right block.
Yeah, he slipped out of bounds, and that kept the rebound away from the Indians, because I thought at one point Boyd was just maybe 5 or 6 feet from the basket, and he was turning, and I thought for sure he was going to fire a shot, and he didn't, and then he ended up slipping and going out of bounds. So the Millers got a break, Craig, so let's see if they can take advantage of it here. And once again, the Indians, they've got 2 players on the bench already with 5 fouls. Plus, they've got Ethan Russell with 4 right now, and Jamel Boyd with 4.
Going to be very interesting to see, like you said, because Boyd's got 4, Russell's got 4, and a ball tipped here in overtime into Russell's hands. It's going to be interesting to see how Anderson approaches this, like you said, with 2 players fouled out already.
Well, they just haven't backed off all night. They have kept the pace of this game very, very quick.
Russell deep, now Jones. Down low to Harrelson. 18-footer is no good. Rebound by Ryan Barnes.
40 on 40 there, Barnes and Harrelson.
A good shot there by Rayford, but off the mark, and Barnes with the big board. Johnson, now will drive, baseline up off the glass.
Oh, does not get the bounce.
Couldn't get the roll. And he will go to the line.
Personal foul, Anderson, number 20, Friday Rayford.
That's only the first one on Rayford in the game.
Zach Johnson at the line.
Zach Johnson will shoot 2, and the Millers are going to clear off the line.
Johnson tied this game up with 1 for 2 his last time at the line.
And he missed the first here. Very uncharacteristic.
Little strong on that one.
He'll have one more. Just 43 ticks into this overtime. 50-50 is our score. Noblesville and Anderson living up to the hype of what this game is. Johnson makes the second.
I've got him for 8 so far tonight.
Yep, he's got 8. His second consecutive trip going 1 for 2. Jones up top for the Indians, looks to drive. Now it's Russell.
He's been to the line 3 times, and he was 1 for 2 all 3 times at the line.
Oh, wow. Hines and Boyd collided. I think Boyd kind of faded off a little bit.
Yeah, if he hadn't had 4 fouls, he'd have been more aggressive on that, but he could not afford. The Miller or the Indians cannot afford to lose Jamel Boyd.
Johnson down low, up off the glass. Barnes.
Easy shot for Ryan Barnes. He puts it in, giving the Millers a 3-point lead, 2:30 left.
Great pass down low by Zach Johnson to Barnes. Barnes has 8. After he went 0 for 2 at the stripe there in the fourth quarter. Russell, now it's
Fans
Boyd.
wanted a push off there on Russell.
Check that. Harrelson with the bucket. It's good.
Harrelson picks up point number 8 of the night for the Indians. Jamel Boyd leading all scorers so far tonight with 22.
Xavier Hines leads the Millers with 17. Now it's Keever Hill with Harrelson on him. Barnes guarded by Boyd. 18-footer by Hines. It's good.
Nothing but net there by Xavier Hines, and he's up to 19 points now. Miller's back to a 3-point lead, 1:39 on the clock.
Now it's Rayford to Jones. Boyd drives on Barnes. Shot is no good.
Going to be a foul called on that one. I'm not sure who that's going to go on.
If that's on Boyd, that'll be 5.
Personal foul, Anderson, number 40.
That's Harrelson.
Harrelson.
His 4th.
2 shots. Keever Hill at the line for the Millers.
I've got him for 2 now. Keever Hill with 2 shots.
Okay, you're right. He does that too.
He's 2 for 2 from the line.
And misses this
now
one.
2 for 3.
Returning for Anderson, number 14, Gavin Vaughn.
Gavin Vaughn back in for the Indians, number 14. One more free throw for Keever Hill. 1:27 left here in overtime. 55-52. Make that 56. As Keever Hill now 3 of 4 at the line.
All of his points have come from the charity stripe tonight.
Anderson down 4. Jones now to Vaughn. Russell. Harrelson looks to drive. He almost traveled. Vaughn almost traveled as well. Steps back. Vaughn, 3. Got it. Wow. Gavin Vaughn, a big 3.
Timeout. Anderson, it's a full timeout.
Anderson
Vaughn,
uses
wow.
its extra full timeout. So we're at 58.8 here in the overtime. And let's remind you that celebrating 25 years is Logan Street Signs and Banners, specializing in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them at 317-773-7200 or visit their new website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Craig, we got another game here later tonight.
I know.
Man, oh man, what an exciting night this has been.
Are we going to have our voices through that game? That's the question.
We'll have to drink a lot of nice, soothing drinks here.
Oh, you got to. You folks can't see that, but Brad's Coke just exploded on him.
Yep, made a little mess here.
.8 seconds left here for overtime number one. 56-55 Anderson.
Now my hands are going to be all sticky too.
You need one of those hand wipes.
Yeah. And I hadn't shaken that thing up. I've been sitting there for 2 hours.
Is that like a can where you have to tap the top of the lid?
I don't know. I wasn't quick. I never thought that thing would overflow. I wasn't quick enough to get it away from all my papers.
Johnson has the left side for the Millers, drives in traffic. Now it's Hines. Back out, Fisher. They're going to hold and make Anderson come to them. Now it's Schmidt. Russell on him. Double drives, does a little fake move.
Russell playing with 4 fouls, so he really can't afford to foul him.
Now it's Hines. Picked his dribble up. 25 seconds. Hines drives, looks. Now it's Barnes. Off the glass.
Nice shot by Ryan Barnes.
58-55.
Oh, my! 58-58 now. We're tied once again. Amazing. Amazing.
Jones with his third three. 12. According to my count, but we are knotted up at 58 all. 10.4 left. Anderson now with no timeouts. Once again. Wow.
I'm not even playing out there, and I'm tired.
Once again, fans, at the conclusion of the game, please stay off the floor.
I'll give a special shout out. Okay, we're going to get a replay. Thanks to Katie here. On that three-pointer by Jones. You see confidently Rayford up the court. Actually, check that. Russell with that three. Huge three-pointer. Russell hadn't scored since the first quarter.
The Millers have the ball. 10.4 remaining in the first overtime period here at the Mill.
It's going to be Rayford, Harrelson, Jones, Boyd with 4 fouls. And Russell, Barnes, Johnson, Schmidt, Hines, and Brendan Fisher for the Millers. 10 seconds in overtime number one. Fisher has it. 3 seconds to Johnson. Looks, throws it up. Just short.
Overtime number 2.
And we go to OT number 2.
Wow.
Oh, man.
58-58 after the first overtime.
You know what? It wouldn't be sectional if we didn't have a matchup like this and going overtime in the first game.
Yeah, I think those the poor players out there are tired. I'm tired just watching them, Craig.
Well, you know, we saw like midway through the first quarter that the players looked like they were gassed because of the speed they were going.
Yeah.
And now we're going to quarter number 6. While you're taking a drink of that Coke, I want to do it. Give a little special shout out to my beautiful wife at home, watching the game and hearing our excitement. It's not shaken up anymore, is it?
No, it's not. It tasted very good.
Another 4-minute overtime coming up. Don't worry, folks. We still have Westfield and Carmel coming up next, and they're both antsing in each tunnel in the
yeah, they're ready to go.
Southeast and the northwest corners of the gym.
Going to make for a long day for you and I, Craig. But what's more fun than sectional basketball? This is just exactly the way that this ought to be.
And, you know, people say, you know, March Madness starts when sectional basketball starts. It's still February. Tomorrow's the last day of the month.
Well, you know, I want to give a shout out to Mike Elliott, the head coach over at Anderson. You know, that program, he was the 5th coach in 5 years there. Yep. And, you know, he came in and he told these guys, look, I'm not a one-and-done guy. I'm here for the duration of this thing. And I think Mike has done a marvelous job putting some respect back into this program. You know, I mean, a program like the Indians, so
rich in history.
Rich in history. Everything from sectionals, regionals, semi-state, states, the wigwam, the whole.
Yeah, don't even get us started about the wigwam.
The whole 10 yards.
Now Jones goes left side. It's Rayford. Dips it. Free throw line. Boyd. Back out. Rayford 3. Good.
That's his first basket or first field goal of the night.
Wow. What a time to have it. He's got 4 points. 61-58. Corner. Hines thought about a 3. Rayford all over him. He'll back it back out to Schmidt.
Coach McCauley shouting out orders to his Millers.
Schmidt, three-pointer on the way, no.
Once again, in and out.
Keever Hill, a huge board. Back out to Schmidt. Couldn't find room down low.
Good move by Keever Hill to get that ball out high once again.
Johnson, right corner 3, got
it. We are tied once again. Johnson picking up his 11th point of the game. We're all knotted at 61-61 in the second overtime.
2:25 left here in OT number 2. Harrelson drives, got the 2.
I don't think we've had a whistle yet since the tip-off, have we?
I agree. Johnson, 3 up top, no. Jordan Schmidt, a huge rebound. He did make a little bit of contact.
Wow.
Hines, 3, no. Barnes on
Who's that going to be called on?
Is he calling that on Russell?
If that's on Russell, that's number 5 on him.
And that means the only player who's seen action off the bench that hasn't fouled
Yep,
out
they're pointing to him.
And I think Russell hit the deck hard.
You could hear it all the way up here.
Yep, that is Russell's 5th foul. So he fouls out with 8 points.
You know, the Indians have had 2 guys out for the last several minutes. Now a 3rd guy out.
Coach Elliott was all the way past the half-court line, so I'm wondering.
Well, I think they allowed him that slack because of the fact that Russell was down. It looked like he was injured because he went down very hard. And
I think he landed on his back.
Yeah.
Gavin Vaughn back out there who had a huge 3 in overtime number 2, or 1, I mean.
Barnes is going to the line. 2 more tries for Ryan Barnes. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight.
Makes that one.
Barnes picks up, I believe, point number 11.
Yep, that is correct. Second one up, no good. 63-62.
Big rebound by Harrelson there for the Indians.
Harrelson drives. No. Hines the board. Nope, Boyd the board. Got it.
Boyd took that ball right away from Harrelson, put it up, and got the 2 points for points number 23 and 24. That one's on Ryan Barnes. That's number 5 on him, so he'll take some bench.
That Barnes fouled out, so who do you go to next? You go small with Brennan Fisher.
And it'll put Boyd back at the line.
Barnes fouls out with 11 points.
His 10th trip to the line tonight. So far, he is 7 for 9.
First free throw up. No good by Boyd. Rebound to Hines. And Boyd right in his face.
Millers are going to definitely.
65-62. Hines, left corner three. No. Ooh, almost kicked in by Harrelson. Rebound down to Boyd.
Boyd gets the rebound.
Ooh, deflected by Hines.
Got to get it across the 10-second line.
Schmidt with the foul. Kind of a frustration foul, but they kind of had to do something. That'll send Joseph Jones to the foul stripe.
Schmidt picks up number 3. 2 shots for Jones. These are his first free throws of the night. He's a 75% shooter.
He has made 3 threes. Sinks that one. 66-62, looking to make it a 5-point game.
Looks like the more the odds are stacked against the Indians, the harder they're playing, Craig.
And he makes the second one. 67-62. And Schmidt lets it roll across half court, so the clock won't start until now. And believe it or not, the clock didn't even start. As soon as Schmidt touched it, McCauley called a timeout.
So the Millers will have one more full timeout, one 30-second timeout. Indians, of course, picked up the extra timeout for the extra quarter or extra overtime. So they have also got one, but it's a 5-point lead with 1:07 remaining in this one to see who the Fishers Tigers will be playing on Friday night right here at the Mill at 6 o'clock. And I think you and I are going to be back here Friday night, aren't we?
Yes, sir, and still we wait. We wait in the tunnels.
It ain't over until it's over, as Yogi Berra used to say.
Oh, there's so many Yogiisms.
Oh, yeah. Resetting things here, 1:07 remaining in the second overtime. The Indians with a 5-point lead. Possession area is in the favor of the Millers. Millers just used one of their last timeouts. They've got 2 left. Anderson Indians with 1 left. Both teams in the double bonus, so regardless of whether it's a shooting foul or a common foul, there'll be 2 shots on every foul till the end of this game.
The biggest factor at this point in overtime number 2 is the fact that 3, count them 3, Anderson Indians have fouled out.
Yeah. And Jamel Boyd has been playing with 4 fouls.
For Lord knows how long.
Since the fourth quarter.
14-footer, got it.
Hines at 21 points. That's a 30-second timeout for the Millers. So they'll have 1 full timeout left in 57.2. 67-64. Words just can't describe this, Craig. This has just been. This is what Hoosier hysteria is all about.
This is one of those you had to be there games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the term Hoosier hysteria. You know, they say the whole, in 49 states it's just basketball.
Yeah.
We live it every March here, and
yes, we do.
And we wouldn't have it any other way because this is Indiana's game.
Well, I grew up in Illinois. In the first year I was in Fort Wayne, back in the early 70s, I went out to the Allen County Coliseum to watch the sectional out there, and I walked in there for the sectional, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
It was just phenomenal. Just phenomenal.
The sectionals that I've been accustomed to most of my life at Elkhart Gym is one of the top. First one up. And
now
good.
7. This is not what the Millers needed, Craig. They needed to get that ball back.
I'm getting to the point where second free throw up and good.
Harrelson with 11, under a minute.
Hines, long 3, volleyball line, good!
Oh my!
Oh my!
Xavier Hines showing why he is the leading scorer on the Millers, picking up his 24th point of the night. What an exhibition by the Millers and the Indians. Xavier Hines with 24 points on the night. Jamel Boyd with 24 points for the Indians. What a shootout this has been, friends. And it is not over yet. There's 47 seconds left in this one.
Too much time.
Yeah.
And you got
this is still a 2 or 3 possession game.
Yeah, the scary thing about Anderson is they keep finding people off the bench to pitch in. Gavin Vaughn with a huge 3 in that first overtime. And
Vaughn is a senior on this team, but hasn't had much playing time.
Right.
Averaging 2.0, and he's a 34% free throw shooter. The only shot he's taken all evening is a 3, and he makes it.
Unbelievable. I think, was Hines there at the corner of the volleyball line there in the middle?
He was pretty close.
Oh, deep,
it was a long
right.
three-pointer.
Wow. Xavier Hines, 24 points. Jamel Boyd. Ball's deflected. Alex Hunt. And he gets fouled by Rayford. What a situation for a sophomore to be in as he gets fouled just before he was going up, but winning the double bonus anyway.
He went up to shoot, and fortunately, the foul was called before he came down. Otherwise, he'd been called for a travel.
I thought the same thing. He was very close. So Alex Hunt, the sophomore,
50% free throw shooter.
Missed the first. Wow.
Hunt looking for his first points of the game.
He's got one more with 41.9 left.
Well, with Barnes on the bench for the Millers, you lose that bulk out there.
Oh, misses the second. Harrelson the rebound. Harrelson, now Rayford, down low. Pass stolen by Jordan Schmidt. He's been a stealing machine from the second half on. 28 seconds. 2-point deficit for the Millers. Fans are on their feet, no matter who's their team. Schmidt, Faith. Johnson rebounds, gets fouled. Wow, what a rebound by Johnson.
Johnson will go to the line.
Left.
That is the number 5 on Jamel Boyd.
Oh, wow. That's huge. You know what? Kudos to Jamel Boyd because how long did he stay with those 4 fouls?
Oh, a long, long time.
At least half of the fourth quarter.
Yes.
And almost 2 full overtimes. So pretty much another full quarter. Johnson at the line for the Millers.
Johnson is a guy you want at the line. 95% free throw shooter, but unfortunately he's only 3 for 6 from the line. Needs both of these to tie it up.
Johnson switches to first. 69-68.
Are we looking at overtime number 3?
Oh, boy. Oh, I knew we'd be in for a long day. Let's see. Makes the second.
We are tied once again.
Oh, my. 13 seconds. Here comes Rayford across the timeline. No time. One timeout left for Anderson. Check that. Now it's Vaughn. Left wing 3.
Oh, my!
Oh, my!
And the Millers throw the ball out of bounds.
Oh, my.
And that is going to go back to the Indians.
And that's the ball game. Gavin Vaughn.
There is still some time on the clock, though.
They're going to have to.
They're going to have to add some time to the clock because on the inbound pass, the ball went out of bounds into the Carmel seating section. The referees now are trying to figure out just how much time to put back on here. But to be quite frank with you, it's a moot point. The Millers gave up the ball. They tossed it out of bounds. So all the Indians have to do is get the ball in bounds.
All I have to do is inbound the basketball, and it's over.
If you would have told me that Gavin Vaughn was going to be the hero of this game earlier tonight, I would have probably said, yeah, right. I mean, no offense to Gavin. He's done a great job. He's got 6 points tonight, but, the unlikely guy through.
Wow.
The coach is discussing this with the officials now, and I think they're just trying to figure out how much time to put back on the clock, because I believe he scored with about 4 seconds left to go. And if my timing is right, Craig, when that ball was inbounded, there was probably, or when the attempt to inbound that ball happened, there was about 3 seconds on the clock. So I'm thinking they're going to need to put a couple seconds back on this clock. But now they're just trying to decide what to do about this, and quite a discussion going on here.
Yeah, it's a wonder, A, how much time, and B, will it really make a difference? Because, like you said,
it's probably a moot. Unfortunately for the Millers, it's probably a moot point
because they tossed the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, unless I didn't see an Indian touch the ball. At this point, it really is a moot point because, what can we say? We were tied 50-50.
Wow.
After the fourth quarter, 58-58 in the first overtime. And unless something really drastic happens here, the Indians are going to be playing the Fishers Tigers on Friday night, leading the Millers right now by 3 points. I guess I don't understand why this discussion is going on so long. I think that, are they trying to decide whether they need to put time back on the clock, or I don't know what they're, what they could be discussing here.
Meanwhile, this is the most security I've seen on the basketball court at a high school game in a while.
Well, I'll tell you what, while they're discussing that, we'd like to thank everybody for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Sectional 8 basketball on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 25 years in business. Our other sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, Indiana Restoration, Hamilton County Television Calendars, Noblesville Chamber of Commerce, and Bill Clifford for Sheriff. Immediately after this one is over, we'll take a brief break, and we'll be back in probably about 20-25 minutes or so with the Westfield Shamrocks and the Carmel Greyhounds. Meanwhile, the discussion continues, and
Coach Elliott's not happy with what they said.
So I don't know if there's an issue with the possession, but you're absolutely right. Coach Elliott is just standing there taking all of this in. And I would assume they're going to put some time back on that, putting 1.8 on the clock. The Millers are going to have the ball.
Oh, my.
I thought they tossed it out of bounds. So what do we call this? The wing and the prayer? The football pass? The alley-oop? The Hail Mary?
Well, you've got 4 options. Kiefer Hill going to inbound from the far left baseline.
Don't count this out yet.
Wow. A game of epic proportions to start this section.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is one of the Anderson players must have touched that ball when it got inbounded, because I saw it clearly go in there.
Inbound. And the ball one.
Coach McCauley out there asking for the foul call.
Johnson hits the deck after he got bumped on that play.
He had his feet clearly taken out from under him, and there is no foul call.
Yeah, athletic trainer Pete Dewar going out to check Johnson out. Brian McCauley pleading for a foul there.
Well, I don't understand how there can't be a call on that.
At least something, yeah.
We're taking a look at the replay on this that we have got up here in the booth.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. He clearly ran into him.
Yeah, I think that was he and Harrelson collided. Thank you for that replay, courtesy of Rich Vanderweilen, and Zach Johnson on his feet.
So the ball will go back under the Anderson, to the Anderson end. And at 1.8, the Indians, all they'll have to do is get the ball inbound.
What a ball game.
Wow.
Harrelson will inbound.
Well, I got to give the hero of the game for this game to Gavin Vaughn. He came in under very difficult circumstances.
We've got a foul underneath.
Very light contact, and we get a foul call. I'm not saying another word.
Egan Keever Hill with his 4th foul. And that'll put Tajay Rayford at the line for Anderson. He's looking to ice this. And he pretty much does right there.
You know, we thought these teams were pretty evenly matched here, Craig, and boy, this was really a dogfight.
Second one up and good. Inbound, Hines lofts the 3 up, and Anderson takes out Noblesville in game number 1 of this Class 4A Sectional 8 tournament. 74-69 in double overtime.
We'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Sectional 8 basketball on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 25 years in business. Friends, we're going to take a little bit of a break here. We will be back in about 20 to 25 minutes with Game 2 between the Carmel Greyhounds and the Westfield Shamrocks. On behalf of Craig Atkins, thank you for watching. I'm Brad Silbert. Good night.